Ni hao. Hello, this is the Casio G-Shock GBD-800. Super cool, rugged looking digital watch from Chinese-made Casio. You're familiar with these, you know Casio, you know G-Shock, right? So this is the GBD-800 and it's the negative display version. So let's just bring it in slightly so you can see what's going on. It's a sort of a green on black digital display and it looks absolutely cool, super cool, but you do lose legibility because of that coolness, and the lighting in this room you might think is not great when you're looking at the dial. It's just a plain bright white studio, nothing unusual, and if you look at the case you can see the lighting is fine. That is the colour. The colour you see on the video, that is the colour I'm seeing here in real life. The dial though, can you see? In most angles, I mean it's reflecting some of the light, but there I can't see the time there. So you have to just, there we go, it's coming in now. Now I can see the time. So the viewing angle is important. Anyway, we'll get to that in a sec. Now, regular viewers of my watch reviews will know that I tend to just give you a little tour of the physical thing. So we look at the back, we look at the strap, we look at the buttons, we have a look at the dial. Now this watch has a huge amount of functionality, absolutely piles of it. Now, in the box there's a little card. So we've got it's the G-Shock G-Squad. So presumably that's the sub-range, and it's a step tracker with a smartphone link. Okay, and it's got a step tracker, timer, stopwatch, Bluetooth, so it connects to your phone via Bluetooth, and there's an app that you can get, and there's all the information. So it's a G-Shock connected smartphone app, automatic time correction, hang on, world time, city setting, 300 cities, world time, home set, all that stuff. Step tracker. Now that may be why you're looking at this watch. And step tracker wise, it's pretty cool. 5-step exercise intensity step count log. Not sure what that means. 3D activity area map. Sounds cool. Calories consumed, target step count setting, transmission, auto updating. So step tracker, ace. Timer, normal sort of stuff. Stopwatch, loads of stopwatch stuff. So that's bringing the little Casio, into the modern smartphone age pretty bang up to date, isn't it? And you don't need an Apple Watch or a Xiaomi or whatever smartwatch or Fitbit or whatever to do step tracking. You can do that with a cool looking G-Shock. Now, I haven't got the app, and I don't know how all the stuff works. That's a hell of an admission, isn't it? Now, this isn't a review, I'll remind you. This is a hands-on review. So the point is, we're just looking at the thing. How it works, you're going to have to learn that yourself. So there's instructions in the box. There's a quick reference manual. Okay, that doesn't go through absolutely everything, but what you do is you go onto the Casio website, or you just search Google Casio manual module number 3464, and that's the important bit. You need the module number, and if you're not sure about that, on the back of the watch you've also got the module number, which is always on the back of a Casio watch in a little rectangular sort of enclosed bit there. So you can see it's on the back there as well, 3464. So to find out how it all works, I'm going to leave that to you. You can figure it out. We'll have a quick look at some of the functionality that's sort of the low-hanging, easy stuff. But for the more complex stuff, I'd be here for years explaining it to you. And that's not the point of this little hands-on review. We're just having a look. So on the swing tag, it's got the model number, GBD-800. And it's also got some other stuff. So Bluetooth. Shock resistant. That's cool. Bluetooth equipped, step tracker, LED light, I'll show you that in a minute. 1/100th second stopwatch, countdown time, lap 200, dual time, dual alarm, 20 bar water resistance. Now that's cool. So it's water resistant to 200 meters. That's not insignificant. Okay, right, so that's all the blurb out of the way. Let's have a look at the actual thing, what the whole point of this review is. So, hard sort of resin plastic case. Big, chunky, manly. Let's have a look at the dimensions. So we're going to go full width here. The full width is 47 millimeters, and the full height is 40. I'm going to say it's 47, 47. It's round, isn't it? It's got these sort of protruding bits, so it's got slightly different dimensions if you were to just measure from in there to there. But you get the message. Thick as Popeye's biceps. 15 millimeters, even thicker actually. If I go to the top of the molding, no, 15 millimeters thick. That's a chunky beast. The strap is screwed in, little bolts there, and it's got this this sort of plastic step to keep the watch, the strap shape. And the lug width is kind of irrelevant, I suppose, because you're probably not going to put it on a different strap, but it's 21 millimeters, the lug width. So the strap is really good. We'll come and have a look at the strap in a minute. Let's have a look at the dial itself. So let's find a position that we can read it in. Now this is the big flaw, I would say, of this watch. It looks super cool, but this negative display is difficult to read. I mean, it just is. But it's cool, so if cool is more important than legibility, go for it. I can totally understand that. We've got G-Shock around the outside. The buttons are all labelled, so you know what's going on. There's actually 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one here is a button. 5. There we go. Let's have a look around those. Sorry, it's a bit blurry. There we go. Okay, so these buttons are recessed, a little bit recessed. Can you see the button is just poking out, but it's recessed, it's protected by these sort of resin guards. Okay, so on the dial itself, we have at the top Casio step tracker. So that's cool. And then this little sub dial here is difficult to read. It genuinely is difficult to read. It's got graduations, basically. It's got numbers around the outside. And inside, let's get the light going. That's going to make it easier to see. There, we can see that's the step tracker, and it's got... There we go. So it's easier to see, isn't it, in the light? I don't think that is the step tracker. What is that top right dial? Does it say on there? No, that's the... So in the middle of that little dial is the Bluetooth symbol, so it'll tell me if it's connected. And we've got the date here. Sorry, the day up there. Got Bluetooth written underneath there. And then the time, just the straightforward time. So we've got 9:55. It's in PM mode. So let's see if I can get it into 24-hour mode. I can't easily. It is much more complicated than the Casios that I'm familiar with. And as I said, I'm not going to teach you how to use this watch because I don't know how to use it. Water 20 bar resist there. Connect and stop. So this button presumably is to connect to the Bluetooth. Down the bottom, the lap reset. So let's have a go with see if we can just wing it. So mode. There we go. Stopwatch. So the big button here is the... What's that? That's split time, split laps, so start, off it goes, stop, reset. There we go, that's cool. Oh, it's got a cool double beep, I like that. Long beep for stop, and then just tiny beep for reset. Okay, that's cool. Let's go to the next mode. What's that? That's just time. What's that? Timer, countdown. Yeah, that's countdown, so we'll stop that. Reset. Okay, so it's a 10-minute default countdown. Presumably you can set that to something else. What's that? That'll be a second time. Various stuff going on. What about if I hold that down? Right, so I'm holding the bottom right down. It's trying to connect to Bluetooth, but I haven't got Bluetooth connected. Setup. We'll just stop that. We saw the light, didn't we? That is cool. It's a good light. Definitely makes it legible. You know what? I think that little subdial is seconds. Yeah, of course it's seconds. You can see it's matching the seconds there. You can't see until I press the light, but can you see now? Yeah, there you go. So it's definitely keeping to. So the light, I press it, I let go, it stays on for one second. If I keep my finger on it, it doesn't stay on any longer. It is just a 1 second light. That's presumably adjustable within the settings somewhere. And that's as much as I can figure out just on my own without poring over the instructions, which I haven't done and can't do for this video. So that's oh, there we go, alarm. There's alarm on there. Of course there's alarm on there. Stopwatch, there's countdown, there's timer, there's DT. What's DT? Dual time, alarm, and then the normal bit. Okay, so that's cool. I'm going to have to let you figure out the functionality. You can read about the functionality on the Casio website. I mean, as you saw, there's loads of stuff to it. We're just having a look at the physical thing itself. So what have we got on the back? So it's written Casio. We've got the module number here. The model number, GBD-800. Stainless steel back, made in China. Water resistant 20 bar. And then inside, in the inner bit, there's shock resist. There's the G-Shock logo. Acceleration sensor, can you see that? So that's important for the step tracker. And then it's got various other little numbers and digits, presumably module number. I don't know what they are. Right, now let's have a look at the strap, the bracelet. It's a plastic bracelet. It's really good and long and chunky. Nice and thick and sturdy, but soft and supple. On the inside, it's got a bit of, hang on, let me just get this focused, a bit of texture to it. And the other side, sorry, and then it's got this sort of waffle bit to help articulate at the watch end, so it bends around your wrist without cracking. This side, we've got the keeper. Now the keeper's good. It's got inside there a little nubbin. So once you've got it in place and it's, hang on, I'll show you. The buckle is plastic. That's a plastic buckle, so that's interesting. So once you've got your watch on, you put the excess strap through, and that little nubbin, I'll come back and see if we can see it poking through. That little nubbin slots in and stops the keeper from sliding around. So it often it's a bit frustrating. You put it on and the keeper slips off, and then you end up with that flapping about. So this little keeper has that nubbin which keeps it sort of locked, not firmly in place, but a little bit better. So I'm going to show you this watch on my 7.5 inch wrist. Now, as we've seen, this is a big chunky watch. So it's not going to look out of place on my big wrist, is it? There we go. Looks cool. Now it's not a comfortable. It's light. It's actually really light. It's not. It doesn't look like it's going to be light, but it's nice and light, and it's comfortable actually. Nothing poking into my wrist. I keep setting the light off. Is that because of something I'm doing? I don't know. It sits kind of proud. It doesn't hug my wrist, but it's comfortable and it looks great, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. So there we go. We have had a good look. Have we had a good look? That buckle is pretty plain. It's a bit disappointing actually. There's nothing much to it. It's plastic, which is, I don't know. Maybe that's good. I could see that snapping. Anyway, that's by the by. There we go. So I've set something, haven't I? I've set something so that the light keeps coming on. I don't know what's going on. Maybe you know. Anyway, that's that's it. I've given you a guided tour of the actual physical watch. We've had a quick look at some of the modes and stuff, but as I have repeatedly said, I'm not an expert on how this watch works, and if you want to get this watch, have a look into the functionality, see if it matches your requirements, and then get it and learn how it works by following the instructions. But this is a quick look at the thing itself. Now, I really like it. I think it looks cool. It feels good on the wrist. It's comfortable. But the negative display, for me personally, is a deal breaker. It's too difficult to read unless you're full on, nice bright light, and just a slight side, there you go, side view. It's invisible. So have a think about that when you're deciding on the watch. Just a quick little look at the thing it comes in. It comes in this nice tin, very sort of rugged tin. That's quite nice. It's not expensive, this watch. I got it for in the region of what, €70, something like that. So I think that's pretty good value for a step tracker. Nice rugged looking step tracker watch. It's cool. Right, there you go. I hope that's been of use to you. Just seeing the thing in real life is interesting. I hope you agree and you found some use in me showing you this thing in real life, or as close as is possible. Have a look around my channel. I do other watch reviews. I also do knife reviews and EDC gadgets, so there might be something on there that you might like the look of. Click like for this review if you liked it. Leave a comment below if there's anything you'd like to comment about, tell me about, teach us all about, because there's loads to learn about this watch. I think it's a lot more complicated than it at first appears. And a subscription would be great. Subscribe to my channel to get alerted about new watch reviews and knife reviews and so on. Okay, I'm just waffling now. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you soon.